Hello, Serge here from the back porch. Have a good comment from Lynn42 to a question somebody else answered, and it's on the subject of pop-tarting. Lynn42 says, on the subject of pop-tarting, I was hitting balls into the net earlier today, and in keeping with my slower tempo, I found I was getting a bit sloppy. I was going through my normal setup routine, but it just didn't feel right. After giving myself a severe talking to, I picked the tempo up to take it out on a few balls. The next 6 or 7 balls I hit with my 5 hybrid were the most solid contact in a whole session of about 90 balls. I tried the same thing with my 7 and 8 irons and with the same solid result. Okay, now I was really confused. The difference I noticed was more focus, and I seemed to tighten everything up with the grip, firm knee pressure, and follow through. I'm curious, since we discussed swinging at about 75%, if you've any similar experiences. Well, what you really did is we have to determine that what was sloppy. What did you mean by sloppy? And then I like your comment about 75%. Okay, and so let's start off by just saying this. My definition, as soon as you said sloppy, I started seeing that in my mind's eye that you were kind of getting, you were in trying to stay, as you said up here, slower tempo. Your tempo was getting too slow, and sloppy meant you were getting noodly arms, as I like to call them, noodly arms, cooked spaghetti, lazy, lethargic, and probably breaking down some angles. And that's not the way to hit a golf ball. I like to use the terms. I like to see that the terms that your muscles are activated, they're engaged, they're athletically ready. It's like I say sometimes, if you were gonna back hit somebody, being a right-hander, I'm gonna use my left-hander for this. You're gonna hit something, backhanded like that. You're not gonna do this with a slow tempo. You're not gonna do it too fast a tempo, because then you'll be out of control and you'll be too tight. You have to find that right, actively engaged, athletically ready hit, and that means you got good firm muscle tone. And your muscles are engaged, they're activated to do work. Work is what they call muscle activation, to do things, all right? And so that's what I think is the important thing here. And that's what I see a lot. I see a lot of players, even in lessons, and I think I finally figured out that the statement that hurts a lot of people is I hear them say, I want to keep a smooth tempo, I want to hit the ball solid. Well, if you're trying to truly put the club on a ball and hit it solid, that's not swinging. That's not hitting the ball with acceleration, on, square and solid, and accelerating. You have to be accelerating through. Tennis, when you throw that ball up in the air and you just come through, you just don't hit the ball, you follow through, and you maintain your muscle tone the whole way. The same thing with hitting a baseball, with a baseball bat. You swing all the way through. Now, we got to get the ball on the bat, but the point is that in golf, I think we got a lot easier chance of doing it than tennis or baseball, because the ball's moving here, the ball's right here. All we got to do is make sure we don't move too much, and we know that's one of the biggest problems. So I think sometimes the way we're thinking about hitting a ball is causing a big problem, and that is, I want to stay smooth, I want to stay flowing, I want to stay relaxed, comfortable. I just want to keep a smooth, slow tempo. I want to hit the ball solid. I'm trying to make a solid impact. All of those, I think, are counterproductive to engaged muscles, actively engaged muscles, athletically ready, and swinging with a purpose. And again, I think I see some of the biggest group of folks who play golf who have a problem with this in terms of this proper muscle tone are seniors and females of all ages, in terms of the females, and I see so much that they just come back and there's no muscle tone in the legs. They're swinging. They got too much action, because most of everybody's been taught to lift the foot and kick the knee in, and so I see lazy. I see lethargic legs. There's no readiness in them. Like they're ready to go, like you're in the field, and then the arms conversely have no readiness. It comes from the ground all the way up to the head and then down to the hands and arms. And so you have to you take your grip, boom, you set your muscle tone, and once you swing from here to impact and all the way up, the muscle tone never changes until you recoil and relax, and then you let go. So once you set it, that's it, and it's got to be ready. It's like you're ready to, throw a punch or throw a ball, and you know that you could grip it so tight you can't even move. So you have to find that happy in between, athletic ready. And that means it's got to be energized, and you have to have your muscles engaged to do work. And you're trying to swing the club as fast as you can with control. And that's not going to happen. And especially we know the secret number one is in the surge swing is you must maintain your angle. So you're getting up here, and if you're a little too soft and you feel all kinds of things like this happening, your muscles aren't engaged. So we want to swing up to the top, no wrist cock. There's no wrist cock at the top, all the way to the finish and let go. So let's get engaged. Let's play ready golf in this sense that your body is ready, your muscles are ready to do a physical activity. And that is hold this club with a good firm grip and swing it all the way up to the backswing, hit the ball, finish, and recoil and relax. And that is an athletic movement, and that can only happen if your muscles are ready and engaged, athletically ready. So let's all play golf athletically ready, and I promise you, you start hitting the ball more solid, straight, and longer, and shooting those lower scores. Well, that's it for the search for today, and I'll be talking to you all again soon.